반갑습니다 여러분. 접니다. 범탈. 아마 이번 시간이 킹덤컴 마지막 시간이 될 것 같습니다. 일단은 어두우니까 좀 자고요. 예, 원기도 없고 이래가지고 돌려서 밑에 침대에 막 그 표시 떴었죠. 저번 시간에 이스트반 토드 부하들 이 숲속에 숨어든 거 정리했던 걸로 기억해요. 캠프 막 그래서 뭐 동쪽, 서쪽, 북쪽 막 이렇게 해가지고 찾았죠. 아닌가? 뭐 동쪽, 뭐 남쪽, 뭐 아무튼 예, 세계 캠프 찾아서 싹쓸이 정리하고.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon. God be with you.
그럼 이제 좀 쉬도록 하겠습니다. 폭격 끝날 때까지 그 시간 보내면서 쉴게요. 음식 있나? 빵 있고. 빵 근데 곧 있으면은 썩는데? 이틀간의 폭격이 끝날 때까지 기다리라는데 이틀 시간 어떻게든 이제 보내고 올게요. 지금 뭐 며칠째인지 모르겠네. 근데 뭐야? 도적이야? 덤벼? 죽었다. 오, 쿠만이네.
Was ist denn nicht? Get weer.
뭐야, 죽었어? 저거 했나 본데? 뚝배기 깨졌나 본데? 뚝배기 깨기가 항상 이제 잘 안 떠가지고 뜰 때도 있고 안 뜰 때도 있고 막 이래서.
Ah, das ist alles gut dort.
쭉. 쭉. 아, 때리려고 하면은 맞고 때리려고 하면은 때리고 막 이래가지고. 봐. 끝났어.
Was denn gerne?
어디에? 쿠만 도끼, 쿠만 헝가리안 삽으로 하고 쿠만 방패, 속방패. 아, 보다 내놔. 얘도 짧은 브리건딘 쇼스 입고 다니네. 몰랐다. 아에 붕대로 감. 음식 사려고 온 거였거든요. 음식 사러 갈 필요가 없는데? 없어져 버렸는데? 근데 그래도 그 도시에 들어가긴 해야 돼요. 왜냐면 마을에 가야 되는 이유가 뭐냐면 저거 해야 돼. 그 얘들 지금 갑옷 떨궜잖아요. 이거 넣으러 가야 돼. 가자. Let's go. 간다는 뜻. 어서 가자는 뜻입니다. 또 올라갑니다. 아, 꺼내야지. 그리고 수리할 수 있으면은 장비도 좀 수리해가지고 가야겠다. 마지막 싸움을 해야 되는데 아무래도 이제 좀 얼끔하게 차려입고 가는 게 맞지 않을까라는 생각이 좀 들고요. 좀 늦으면은 늦는 대로 그냥 뭐 화내면 화내는 대로 하죠. 어차피 그리고 나 하나 없다고 해서 뭐 저기 전투 안 하겠어요? 야 저기 헨리가 없는데요? 뭐 이러면서 뭐 헨리가 없어? 그럼 우린 전투를 할 수 없어. 모두 대기. 절대 출발 안 해. 헨리가 없기 때문에 우리는 출발 안 한다. 그리고 이 모든 것은 여기 이제 오지 않은 헨리 잘못이다. 우리가 이 공격이 늦어지는 건 헨리가 오지 않았기 때문이다. 이런 식으로 하진 않겠죠? 갑옷 수리 한번 하려고 해도 너무 멀리 떨어져 있어가지고 여기 어디야? 라타이하고 수도원 싸싸우 거기에만 갑옷 장인이나 무기 장인가 있어서 대장장이도 있긴 한데 대장장이는 고치는데 한계가 좀 있거든요. 사사우 수도원의 미케시였나? 그 대장장이 아니면 이게 좀 파손 정도가 심한 갑옷이거나 이러면은 못 고쳐요. 대장장이들도. 그러면 이제 갑옷 장인이나 무기 장인한테 가야 되는 거야. 아니면 날붙이는 직접 수리하든가. 제가 기억하기론 그래요. 킹덤컴. 야, 니들은 살판 났다, 그지? 도시에 막 그대로 남아있고 너무 좋겠다. 남들은 이제 라타이 저기 라타이 말고 탈렌버그 형 되찾으려고 막 궁성 가가지고 고생 엄청 하는데 저기서.
I'm at your service, sir.
흥정 한번 할게요.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure. Why not?
Is this enough?
More.
오! 오 예스!
That's a sum I can live with.
Cabbage!
그거지.
Cabbage! Green cabbage!
Bread, fresh bread.
쓸모없는 무기는 싹 다 또 팔고 가겠습니다 그냥.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight. Good luck then.
팔고 하나 팔고 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 그냥 가져. 이거는 흥정 안 했습니다. 이 상태로 이제 탈른버그 저기 전투하는 대로 다시 돌아가가지고 시간 그냥 보내면서 빨리 끝나길 이제 기다리도록 하겠습니다. 가는데 시간이 좀 걸리지만 그래도 뭐 직접 말 타고 가는 것보단 빠르죠? 아닌가? 아니야, 말 타고 가는 것보단 빠를 거야. 아무튼 음식 이제 가지고 오는 게 필요했었는데 음식 쿠마닌들 털면서 소시지하고 살라미하고 이렇게 얻었으니까 프레첼도 얻었고 그냥 뭐 그걸로 하겠습니다. 지금 출발하시나? 맞습니다라고 하면은 아마 안 될 거예요. 저게 이제 바뀔 때까지 좀 기다려 볼게요. 여기까지 기다려야 되지. 타임. 가면서 기다리면 되잖아. 밥 먹고. 아니야, 그냥 기다려. 아니야, 자면서 기다려. 열한 시인가까지는 기다려 봐야 되거든요. 내가 기억하기론 그렇고. 고픈 거는 이제 살라미, 소시지, 오케이.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvan's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Take care.
아, 가자 가자 가자. 빨리 와 빨리 와. 방패 들어. 그냥 들어 눕는데요?
Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves! We're climbing the ladders!
가자. 다 잘 따라오고 있나? 다들 올라오라고. 빨리빨리 올라오라고. 야! 너희도 당해봐. 니들도 당해봐.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
1대6, 1대8 너희도 당해봐. 바로 칼 뽑네. 이게 맞냐? 왜 아직도 못 잡았어? 빨리빨리 잡아.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
밀어내. 악살을 내. 빨리빨리 밀어. 뭐야? 아, 기절했구나. 왜 안 지나가지지 했는데 죽은 게 아니고 기절한 거라 아직 그 한정이 있었어. 못 지나갔어. 오라! 왜 확인 사살을 안 하고 가냐? 마무리 사살을 하고 가야지. 앞에 있는 애들부터 타겟팅을 해주셔야죠. 타겟팅 하는데 자꾸 위에 있는 존재에 타겟팅 하시면은 곤란합니다.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one. Don't tempt fate, Hanush. Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, you'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Ratte and you were digging turnings. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
What shall I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Ratte and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. The way you found Tom, sneaking into planning on your own, well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
Yeah. What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
There's no sign of them. Move on. There! I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there it was so near, yet so far. Oh well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Emma. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
볼까요? 이렇게 해서 사실상 이제 킹덤컴 1이 끝난 거죠. 네. 에필로그고 킹덤컴 2가 되기 전에 연결 고리를 보여주는 상황일 뿐이어서 사실상 끝났습니다. 그래도 이제 얘기 들으러 가야겠죠? 무슨 말 하러 왔는지.
Hal, are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
The question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. but I must admit now I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Berghoff, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble...
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghoff is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be travelling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener.
It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. And now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him, but he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Who is this Prokop that Job spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghoff, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghoff has to say.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him, and now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince-Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince-Elector?
The Prince-Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince-Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Come now, Hal.
합니다. 메인 스토리라인이 끝났습니다. 원하신다면 보조 임무나 활동을 수행하거나 그냥 세계를 떠돌 수 있습니다. 언제라도 한스 K 풍경의 무리와 함께 지도 밖으로 떠나서 게임을 끝낼 수 있습니다. 여기서 이제 나가가지고 여기 노이오프 쪽으로 이렇게 말 타고 가면은 게임이 끝나는 걸로 합니다. 길고 긴 킹덤컴의 여정이 마무리되네요. 말 걸어야 되나? K 풍경한테? 말 걸어야 되는구나.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
먼저 가도 되나?
So, how is life as a highborn boss?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggar's belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
부하들 안 따라오는데요? 나중에 오나? 뭐 거의 다 왔습니다. 조금 더 가야 되나? 거의 다 왔어요. 앞에 이제 캠프 하나 있을 거거든요. 거의 다 왔어.
야. 야.
그래서 여기서 이제 막 무기 이런 것도 가져갈 수 있고. 클리어 보상 느낌으로 이렇게 주더라고요. 근데 훔친 걸로 표시 뜨는데 뭐 열쇠로 열어야 되는 거 아닌 거 생각해보면 그냥 주는 거 아닌가.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite. Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
자, 이렇게 해서 긴 모험이 끝났습니다. 끝냈고 조금 아쉬운 부분, 킹덤컴 1 마틴과의 대화 장면에서 다른 폰트가 나갔을 거예요. 그게 왜 그러냐면 요한카 DLC 자막이 나오는 버그가 출력이 돼가지고 제가 게임도 삭제했다가 다시 깔았거든요. 녹화를 한번 했다가 그거 뜨길래 게임을 삭제를 하고 녹화본 원래 녹화한 것도 날리고 다시 깔아서 했는데 안 되더라고요. 그래서 그냥 했습니다. 그리고 이제 내가 그냥 직접 수정을 하자. 이게 제가 찾아보니까 2023년에 체코어하고 일본어 더빙 추가하는 업데이트를 하면서 그때부터 이제 나오기 시작한 버그라고 하더라고요. 있는지도 몰랐어요. 그래가지고 이제 해결법은 없나 찾아봤는데 또 해결법도 없다고 하는 것 같고, 그래서 그게 좀 너무 아쉬웠습니다. 2년이나 지났는데 이걸 방치를 하고 그냥 워스 스튜디오가 이걸 그냥 방치를 하고 그냥 후속작 내고 하는 걸로 방향을 잡았다는 게 너무 좀 이해가 안 됐고, 왜냐면 마틴과의 대화 부분은 정말 이제 몰입해야 되는 중요한 부분인데 어째서 이렇게 하고 그냥 게임을 1편을 그냥 유기하고 떠났을까 모르겠습니다. 좋은 게임인데 아쉽고요, 그런 부분이. 그거 말고는 다 좋았어요. 그거 말고는 다 좋았고, 킹덤컴 2도 녹화는 안 했지만 플레이는 해봤는데 좀 어렵더라고요. 킹덤컴 1보다 더 어려운 느낌이었어요. 더 많이 발전하고 더 좋아졌다라고 하는데 이상하게 저는 그게 아직 공감이 안 돼서 아무래도 킹덤컴 1만큼 많이 플레이를 안 해봐서 그런 것 같다라는 생각도 들어요. 킹덤컴 1만큼 많이 플레이 해보면 또 이제 얘기가 달라질 수도 있겠죠. 근데 모르겠습니다. 킹덤컴 2에 대해서는 자꾸 이제 뭐 때문에 이렇게 불쾌하지? 게임 계속 하면서 느낀 게 불쾌함이었거든요. 왜 이렇게 불쾌하지? 왜 이렇게 짜증나지? 했는데 자꾸 내 아이템을 건드리는 게 일단 첫 번째 요소인 것 같아요. 그 메인 퀘스트 스토리 진행을 하다 보면 자꾸 내 아이템을 빼가. 막 상자 이런 거에. 막 내 상자? 그러니까 공유 상자. 킹덤컴 1에서 이제 특정 여관마다 있는 공유 상자들이 있잖아요. 근데 킹덤컴 2에도 그 공유 상자가 있단 말이에요. 그 공유 상자에 있는 물건을 자꾸 빼가거나 내 아이템을 자꾸 빼가. 내 인벤토리 창에 있는 거 스토리 진행하면 막 갑자기 막 기습당해가지고 기절해서 다 뺏겼다든지 자꾸 이런 게 너무 계속 있으니까 좀 그게 좀 싫더라고요. 그거였던 것 같아. 그거 말고도 뭐 이제 좀 다른 문제들도 있는데 좀 더 해봐야 이제 확실하게 알 것 같고. 근데 아무튼 킹덤컴 1 이 요한카 자막 출력 버그가 한국어 패치에만 적용되는 문제가 아니에요. 레딧 같은 데에도 KCD1 그러니까 킹덤컴 딜리버런스를 줄여서 KCD라고 하거든요. 그리고 이제 킹덤컴 2가 나오다 보니까 원래 킹덤컴 딜리버런스에는 숫자가 넘버링이 안 붙는데 그러니까 킹덤컴 딜리버런스는 그냥 첫 번째 편인데 넘버링이 없잖아요. 뭐 1편이다 뭐 이렇게 안 붙여놨잖아요. 근데 킹덤컴 딜리버런스 2가 나와버렸기 때문에 이제 킹덤컴 딜리버런스 1이라고 해가지고 KCD1이라고 쓴단 말이에요. KCD1 아라비아 숫자로. 그래가지고 이제 KCD1 뭐 롱 서브타이틀 버그 뭐 엔딩 컷신 서브타이틀 버그 뭐 이런 식으로 치면은 구글에서 레딧이나 이런 데서도 영어 이런 걸로도 문제가 된다는 거를 확인하실 수 있습니다. 그래서 이거를 왜 안 고치고 갔는지 저는 도저히 이해가 안 돼요. 이거는 반드시 고쳐야 되는 거 아닌가? 해결 방법도 없어요. 제가 알기로는 해결 방법도 딱히 찾아봤는데 없더라고. 카더라는 있어. 이렇게 하면 해결된다라는 카더라는 있어. 요한카 DLC를 플레이하고 요한카 DLC의 배드엔딩을 보면은 배드엔딩을 본 다음에 그 본편의 엔딩을 보면은 그게 안 나온다고 하더라고요. 그런 카더라는 있어요. 근데 그것도 이제 확실하진 않아가지고 모르겠어요. 그거를 보고 엔딩을 보면은 정말 되는 건지. 그래서 막 DLC 없는 사람한테도 근데 이게 버그가 생긴다고 하더라고요. DLC 구매를 안 했는데도. 이거는 정말 큰 문제인데 왜 그냥 유기하고 버려두고 그냥 갔는지. 그것도 2023년에 일어난 버그라고 알고 있는데 2023년부터 2025년까지 2년이 있었는데 왜 방치하고 그냥 떠났는지 이해가 안 돼요. 킹덤컴 1이 스팀에서 한국어 정식 지원을 하지만 지원을 함에도 불구하고 문제가 있잖아요. 기술 표를 안 보여주잖아요. 공격 콤보 그림이 안 나온단 말이에요. 그런 버그가 있단 말이에요. 근데 그건 어쨌든 해결은 할 수 있죠. 유저 한글 패치를 통해서. 근데 유저 한글 패치를 통해서 해결을 할 수 있다고 해도 이게 워호스 스튜디오에 얘기가 들어갔는지 안 들어갔는지 모르겠는데 얘기가 안 들어가서 안 고친 건지 알면서도 안 고친 건지는 모르겠지만 이거 안 고친 것도 저는 좀 잘못됐다고 생각하거든요. 근데 뭐 그거는 그렇다 치는데 그거는 뭐 콤보 안 쓰고 어차피 이제 콤보는 거의 사장되잖아요. 우리가 배운다고 해도 콤보라는 게 있다는 걸 안다고 해도 그 그림이 있든 없든 좀 안 쓴단 말이야. 왜냐면은 달인의 일격이 너무 강력하고 그것만 있어도 그리고 게임 진행하는데 딱히 막 큰 영향이 없기 때문에 그죠? 근데 킹덤컴이라는 게임이 스토리가 되게 중요한 게임이잖아요. 그래서 중간중간에 컷신이나 인게임에서 이제 캐릭터들끼리 대화하는 거를 보면서 그거를 이제 따라가는 게 시간을 엄청나게 많이 할애를 하잖아요. 우리 플레이어들도 그거를 막 보고 있는데 시간을 쓰고. 근데 갑자기 이제 마지막 엔딩 부분에서 이렇게 다른 아예 자막이 나와버리는 거는 이건 정말 크게 잘못됐고 이건 반드시 알자마자 핫픽스를 했어야 됐던 문제였던 것 같은데 이걸 그냥 방치하고 갔다는 게 이해가 안 돼요. 그러니까 계속 얘기하지만 콤보표 그림 안 보이는 정도의 문제가 아니에요. 그거랑 완전히 달라요. 콤보는 안 해도 게임 진행하는데 저기 영향이 별로 없어요. 달인의 일격이라는 대체품이 있고 대체 시스템이라 그래야 될까요? 아무튼 대체할 수 있는 체계가 있고 실제로도 그게 아니더라도 이 콤보는 잘 안 쓰고 그래서 그건 좀 안 보인다고 해도 그냥 달인의 일격 배우면 돼 하고 그냥 넘어가면 되는데 이 스토리는 어쨌든 거기까지 끌고 가면은 무조건적으로 보게 되는 거잖아요. 그리고 여태까지 이제 이 몰입을 해왔고 이 스토리에 몰입을 해왔고 더더군다나 이제 되게 중요한 장면 중에 하나인데 이거를 왜 안 고치고 갔지? 아무리 생각해봐도 이해가 안 돼요. 그러니까 2023년에 나온 버그고 2023년에 체코어 일본어 더빙을 추가하면서 생긴 버그인데다가 한국어에서만 그러는 것도 아니고 뭐 영어나 이런 다른 외국어에서도 이런 버그가 있다는 게 보고가 되고 있고 레딧 같은 데에도 보고가 되고 있고 막 사진 같은 것도 올라와 있고 이거 왜 이러냐고 막 이런 게시글들이 있는데 왜 안 고치고 그냥 갔냐 이거야. 그냥 후속작 개발하러 가서 후속작 출시했냐 이거야. 이해가 안 돼요. 아직도. 이거는 너무 아쉽고 이거는 지금이라도 고쳐야 된다. 늦었지만 지금이라도 고쳐야 된다. 사실 이 정도 문제는 보고 되자마자 핫픽스를 했어야 맞지 않나? 라는 생각이 계속 들었어요. 근데 뭐 아무튼 예. 킹덤컴 자체는 제가 즐겁게 즐겼기 때문에 얘기 안 하겠습니다. 킹덤컴 2는 제가 한 110시간? 113시간인가 110시간인가 했던 것 같은데 초회차 플레이 한 번만 했고 좀 이제 넘기면서 했는데도 불구하고 그러니까 막 모든 퀘스트를 다 막 하면서 게임을 진행하지 않고 그 서브 퀘스트 좀 막 모르는 거 그냥 넘어가고 막 하면서 했단 말이에요. 했는데도 불구하고 100시간이 넘더라고요. 110시간, 112시간인가 113시간일 거야. 서브 퀘스트 전부 한 게 아닌데도. 그래가지고 이거는 좀 진짜 못할 것 같아요. 방송으로. 녹화본으로 올리는 것도 할 것 같아. 전투가 좀 더 힘들던데 나는. 뭐 아직 안 익숙해져서 그런 건지는 모르겠지만 모르겠어요. 전투가 훨씬 힘들었어. 스태미나가 분명히 내 스태미나가 아직 남아있는데도 불구하고 공격 2번 맞으면 막 죽어버리고 피 막 절반 깎여버리고 막 이러니까 왜 이러지? 버그인가? 아니면 뭐 내가 뭐 못 쫓아가는 뭔가가 있나? 지금 왜 이렇게 데미지가 심하게 들어오지? 이러면서 그런 것도 있어가지고 킹덤컴 2는 안 할 것 같습니다. 아무래도. 아무튼 킹덤컴 1은 여기까지였고요. 재밌었냐 재미없었냐를 굳이 따지면은 재밌는 게임이지만 그 마지막 마틴과의 대화 컷신에서 자막 버그 나오는 거 그거를 2년 동안 분명히 보고가 들어갔을 텐데도 불구하고 무시한 거 그냥 버리고 킹덤컴 2 만든 거 이거는 좀 누구한테도 추천하기가 어렵다. 그래서 그것 때문에 킹덤컴이 100점짜리 게임은 아니어도 80점, 90점은 무난하게 받을 게임이라고 생각은 했지만 마지막에 정말 중요한 순간에 이런 식으로 뒤통수를 때려버리면 누구한테 추천하기가 어렵죠. 아무튼 여기까지였습니다. 킹덤컴 그래도 재밌었고요. 드디어 마무리가 됐네요. 여태까지 시청해주신 모든 분들께 감사드립니다. 저는 또 다른 영상으로 찾아뵙겠습니다. 행복한 하루 보내세요. 안녕.